So many autistic people are big kids because we never got to be children. But it's not just about being overly aware of our surroundings and being analytical. It's about the fact that we had to be our own support network from such a young age. You either had to contend with a family at home that didn't understand you because you weren't diagnosed, no one knew what was going on, or you maybe were diagnosed and maybe still had that misunderstanding. But if you were lucky to have that support, you then go to school and there's loads of kids who don't understand your experience, and even more so teachers that haven't been taught about what it's like to be autistic properly. There's not a life manual for us. So from a ridiculously young age, and I mean we're talking early primary school, we were having to learn to fend for ourselves in a way that made sense for the way that we work. That's survival. That's an intense experience. That is having to look after yourself, to parent yourself in a way. You have to be a parent to yourself as an autistic person, because if someone who is meant to be your support network doesn't understand your experience, how can they truly support you? So there is limitations to how parents, teachers can be of support if they don't understand our experience. So many of us had to be that for ourselves. I look back at my childhood and I spent so much time teaching myself about the world and myself. So much more than everyone around me. I had to be extra curious, because if I wasn't, I wouldn't understand a lot of the things that were going on around me, because they didn't make sense in the same way as they seem to for everyone else. So for a lot of autistic people, it's not a choice to have grown up fast, to have not really experienced a childhood. So beyond the elements of, being overly aware in general, the fact that we had to become our support network in absence of the other ones that should have been there, or parts of them, means it was hard for us to be children. And that's why a lot of us feel like we haven't truly lived yet.